Kevin, Brad Stevens was talking about how you guys were just connected defensively all night. As a team, what are you doing to make it harder on Horford?
Well, I thought overall, across the board, we were just doing a better job of, getting the passing lanes, making it tough for them, and more than anything, just contesting shots. I think wasn't anything. We didn't make any huge adjustments. We've made a few minor adjustments that we saw after game 1 and 2. Came home, looked at film, and really executed. We liked our game plan. They just had too many open shots, too many easy looks, and they didn't feel us in game 1 or 2. So we felt like we did a lot better job of that tonight. Used the crowd to our advantage and came away with a big win.
But we've talked all year about you at the 4 versus the 5, but now you're gonna play alongside Tristan in this series. For this series, why does that work?
I just think it's always worked with T-Top. He just brings such a great energy. That was another thing tonight. We brought a lot of energy out there. Just having a familiarity with, Tristan and Braun and Swish. And you can just, feel a sense of pride in what we want to get done out there every single night. But, playing the 4 has been my natural position since I came into this league, so there's just a comfort level there.
Rachel Nichols, ESPN. LeBron, your defensive numbers tonight were your best of the postseason as the primary defender. What was your mindset about being more active defensively, and what made it easier for you tonight?
Just trying to put myself in position to help our team, and I think tonight, as a group, even when things broke down, we just covered for one another. We made them make extra passes, we made them make extra dribbles, and so we were flying around, and I just happened to be one of the guys on the floor that wanted to fly around as well.
Why is it that happens with you guys on nights like tonight, and then we get other nights where it doesn't?
I don't know.
You want to take a stab at answering?
I don't know either.
It's a great mystery of our time.
Dave McMenamin, ESPN. LeBron, how would you rate your passing as a skill compared to the rest of your game? And then, if you'd indulge me, the left-handed pass you had to Larry Nance Jr. in the lane, the left-handed pass to Tristan Thompson in the lane, and the time you drove baseline and wrapped around to Tristan, can you rank those 3?
I think my passing is right up there with every other aspect of my game. It was something I kind of just knew I had when I first started playing the game of basketball, to be able to see things develop before they actually develop, and then it was on me to kind of put the ball on time, on target to my teammates ever since I was a kid, and I started playing at age 9. So to rate those just being able to first of all, with Tristan and Larry being able to set the screen and get my man off my body a little bit for me to create some separation. The first left-hand pass to Larry, I was able to keep my defender on my back for a little bit. I seen their big step up just a little bit, and me having the ball in my left hand, I could pass with either hand, so I was able to kind of shuffle a bounce pass to him for him to dunk it home. The second one to Tristan was going right. Tristan set a great screen, and Marcus tried to steal for the ball, so I was able to go behind my back to the left-hand side, and then I seen Big Bang step out on the floor, so I was able to wrap that around him to Tristan. And then on the third one, I rejected a screen and roll, and Bang stepped up again, and I seen Marcus trailing me a little bit, so I seen I had to wrap around pass because the other defender, on the weak side didn't pull in on Tristan, so I don't know. Seemed easy, right?
Is one of the 3 more difficult than the others?
They're all pretty difficult. Don't try it at home.
Tom Reed, The Athletic. A lot was made the last couple of games of how well their point guards played and how your guards struggled. To see George and JR both get off to good starts tonight, how important was that to get you guys going? Either guy. Go ahead, LeBron.
It's very important for our guards to be aggressive. No matter if they're making shots or not, we want them to be aggressive. It just keeps the defense at bay. it allows me and Kevin to have more open lanes as well. You know, when those guys are being aggressive, looking for their shots, and you saw it in G Hill's mindset to start the game. He just had an aggressive mindset that they're going to slide under his pick and roll, so he's going to shoot it. He gets a swing, he's going to shoot, he's going to attack, and the same for JR. So, you know, we always, you know, sit up here and talk about how much pressure we try to take off. You know, me and Kev take off our teammates. Those guys took the pressure off of us tonight. So, you know, their aggression just settled us in and allowed us to kind of play free as well.
Kevin, can you add to that at all? Is there anything you can add to that at all, just with George and JR?
Yeah, I think as Braun mentioned, just to piggyback off that, just their aggression. I think they shot, 13 or 14 threes, 13 threes between the two of them tonight, and a lot of them were good looks. You know, a number of them dropped for him, and I think just, you know, overall, whether it was getting to the free throw line, getting off to a good start on the defensive end, both of them were very solid and really picked us up. So, you know, just get into our spots offensively, defensively, you know, staying home, being solid, sticking to our schemes. Both those guys are huge for us tonight.
Ray Jeske, ESPN 990. LeBron, a very efficient scoring night for you, 27 points on just 12 shots. But what a healthy box score. And how related are those two functions? You only taking 12 shots and seeing everybody else kind of, you know, just flourish and everybody scoring the ball. 6 guys in double figures, 2 guys almost in doubles. And then, Kevin, could you speak to his ability to facilitate that coming forth of the whole team? And how dangerous a team are you when it looks like tonight?
Well, I think if you look at any box score throughout the postseason or throughout the regular season, if you're able to get 4 or 5, 6 guys in double figures, most of the time that team is going to win. You know, and, you know, you look at the shot chart and, you know, me with 12 and Kev with 12, G Hill with 11, and even Jordan in his 18 minutes throwing up 11 attempts as well. It's just a well balanced. You know, obviously every game doesn't work out that way. I mean, we can sit up here and say why doesn't happen like that every game, but it's just not how the game works every game. But, you know, tonight was a good ingredient of that for us to be able to get everybody involved. You know, even Kyle, you know, his shots in the second half, JR's shots, you know, everybody felt in good rhythm. So, you know, it's my job, you know, when everybody's in a good rhythm to make sure I just get the ball exactly where my guys need it, where all they can think about is just shooting it, you know, and just try to put it on time and on target.
Kevin, could you speak to his ability to facilitate that kind of production across the board for all the guys?
Oh, he's the best in the game at facilitating. And, you know, you see 12 assists tonight, but even in games where, you know, we struggle to have ball movement, we struggle to get the ball from side to side, which is something that, you know, we looked at in games 1 and 2. He's still able to get it done. But, you know, as we mentioned after game 2, I mean, they had 6 guys in double figures. I believe Smart was the guy off the bench for them that was in double figures after last game, and all 5 starters got up to double digits. So, you know, tonight was, you know, definitely huge for us. You mentioned Kyle. He was 5 for 5 from the field tonight. Jordan Clarkson got a lot of good looks, got himself going, as Braun had mentioned. But we just try to have a lot of movement out there, as you mentioned, with guys like Larry Nance and Tristan, try to set the screens, get off the ball, and find themselves underneath the hoop. And when they try to help on that, Braun always finds us on the outside. So it's, you know, something that he's been great at his whole career, and, you know, he's finding us.
Chris Fedor, cleveland.com. Kevin, for you, you've battled against Al Horford a number of times, and you did it in Game 1. How would you characterize the way that Tristan has played against him defensively in the last 2 games?
Tristan's always been great in stepping up and taking the challenge in any series, and I think you've seen that here, just making minor adjustments, trying to make it tough for him, and you know, stepping up and playing the basketball. You know, we know that he's capable of. So he might not always score the basketball, but he's going to get us extra possessions. He's going to make the hustle plays, and he's going to do a lot of stuff that might not necessarily show up in the box score. So you got to give a lot of credit to Tristan, because, you know, I mean, Horford's really the one that makes him go, and he can play a little bit of the point forward. He can do a lot of the intangibles that even for their team might not show up on the box score as well. But he did a great job on him tonight, and he's done a great job on him the last 2 games.
Chris Mannix with Yahoo. Kevin, when it's you and Tristan up front, it seems like you have a physicality edge in the series. You were out-rebounded in Boston, but you controlled the glass tonight. How do things change for this team when you are able to kind of decisively win that rebounding battle?
Well, I think it's huge. You know, just making it one-shot possessions on the defensive end, and on the offensive end, just, you know, finding Tristan near the basket makes just opens up a lot, not only for Braun, but for G. Hill and everybody coming in there and trying to make plays and play downhill. Because when we do that, when we play with pace, we're so much better. Then for myself, just mixing up, inside out. If they're going to switch on pick and rolls, just make sure I bury them on the inside. And, Tristan and I, we just try to, set our level of play really high and physicality very high, not only in, games when we're at home, but also when, we're on the road as well. But we felt like tonight we were a lot better.
Marla Ridenour, Akron Beacon Journal. Kevin, when you, like that bounce, your bounce
We got
pass.
a lot of questions tonight. This is
your
nice.
your bounce pass to LeBron, how does that show that things are really clicking between you two, and how satisfied were you when you saw the way you finished it?
Yeah, I mean, not many people can. You didn't even take a dribble, did you? I didn't take a dribble, and that's the one that's going to be on. I don't know if it'd be a career highlight for him, but maybe it will be for me for the pass. So, no, it was a Braun's always off the ball. He's always cutting. I'm always looking for him. So, just try to give him a little bit of love back, because he had, like I mentioned, those 12 assists tonight, and a couple of them were to me. So it was a great play.